Coming up next is the one and only Nico House, political commentator and founder of the MCSE network. We don't want to miss him. But first, we've got on the line in New York, it's Melvin. He's always worth hearing. Melvin, what's your take on all of this?
Well, okay, so first of all, it's very nice to talk to you again, George. But when it comes to it, a lot of people have talked about this, and there's been some discussion if it was a 22 or a higher caliber. Now, I did a little research. I did come up with an article that said it was a NATO round with a AR-15. However, even if it was a 22...
Really? It sounded like a 22 to me, Melvin.
Yeah.
It sounded like a 22 to me.
True. And it did sound like it as well. However, I will add that is an extremely short distance, and I did watch one of the guys there literally saying how for 3 minutes he was notifying the police, pointing up at the shooter. This is a very close distance. I mean, between 120 and 130 yards. I take a deer out with a shotgun. I know my guns. I'm huntering that. So, and I have used 22s in the past for varmint shooting and stuff like that. For someone that young to get that close, this is either one of two things. This is complete, negligence on them, or it is premeditated. Now, I will add that, and this is the part I wanted to get to, I will add that I know, and there have been reports and record of it, where the police, the FBI, in the past have taken people that were somewhat radicalized and helped them in their radicalization. Usually they have said that we stopped a terrorist or something like that. And this has been in the past. There's been reports. I'm sure you've heard of it. In this kid's case,
yeah, sure.
I'm thinking that might be what it is, because I don't see any other reason that they would ignore that situation, or at the very least, if somebody said, hey, I see something guy with a gun up on a roof that's not supposed to be there, and immediately take down the president. I don't know. Tell me what your points are.
Well, I agree with that. It's either grotesque negligence or it is collusion. And as to who the young man was, now we can say in the past tense, it's perfectly possible. It's happened in many places, even in my own country, never mind in yours, where someone is taken under the wing of the deep state and prepared for a role such as this. They always, of course, would have a big picture justification of it, that it would lead to the unmasking of wider conspiracies or bigger fish and so on. But agencies run agents. They run them in the north of Ireland. They run them in the United States amongst Muslim communities, for example. They pick someone, they teach them how to sound and act in the most radical way possible, see what happens, see who is drawn to him, and then bang, you've got a conspiracy, bang, you've got a whole lot of jail time being served. You've got a whole lot of people that you consider to be dangerous to your way of thinking out of the firing line. So either a guy, a 20-year-old guy, with a rifle and a ladder is able to scale a roof in the eye line of Secret Service snipers and crawl around that roof, get himself into a firing position, loose off at least 3 rounds of whatever caliber before being shot dead, despite the fact that multiple, and I've seen at least 10 interviews with people who warned the police that there was someone with a gun on that roof. Now, I'm sorry, but either they are Keystone cops, idiots, the gang that couldn't shoot straight, or someone in the deep state was involved in this, wanted it to happen. And given the scale of the dog whistling from the deep state and its public mouthpieces, Pelosi, Obama, Biden, over and over again. Just days ago, Biden said, we have to put Donald Trump in the bullseye. Well, I mean, what does that mean, Melvin?
Yeah, I completely agree with you. I'm pretty sure that it is a deep state thing.
Feels like it to me, mate. Thanks for the call. Robus, our great legend, says, reporter, did you shoot